Hey, what's up guys, I'm Sal from Tech and this is my review of the Asus Zenpad 8.0. Priced at 15,000 rupees, Asus Zenpad is basically aimed at media enthusiasts and folks who love watching TV series, movies and maybe music videos too. And all this on the go thanks to the humongous 4000 mAh battery which manages to last over a day and a half of mixed usage. Starting from the box itself, you get a tablet. Mine here is in the flush white color, and there's a black and a grey, kind of metallic grey one. The tablet is accompanied by a regular charger, divided up into a power cable and a power brick. The tablet has a really nice, elegant finish and looks pretty aesthetically pleasing overall in my opinion. It has like the silver trim lines that give it a really nice metallic look, although the tablet is made up of polycarbonate. Now from the hardware point, the bottom of the tablet has a microphone, on the right are two volume and power buttons, and on the top is a 3.5mm jack and a micro USB port. The front of the tab has a pretty cool looking Asus branding right next to an 8-inch LCD with a resolution of 1200 by 800, which is almost the same as HD. The screen has a 16:10 aspect ratio and looks pretty decent. Now by default, the colors on all Asus products are a bit warm to save the battery and minimize the usage time. The tablet comes with a Zen UI which efficiently handles multitasking and games pretty well. The Zen UI is a pretty mature interface after all this time and doesn't feel laggy or jittery at all. The tablet comes with a ton of pre-installed apps which I would recommend you to delete or uninstall, the unnecessary ones obviously, to maximize the user experience in terms of, performance and all that. The tablet has a pretty good form factor and is easy to hold with the grooved back that makes it gripping, easy like a cake. And yeah, the back really adds up to the beauty too. At 0.33 inches, the tablet feels pretty sturdy and the build materials used are, I would say, pretty decent. The HD screen of the tablet is something that I didn't find too convincing, as a full HD resolution would have been better at doing justice to the 8.0 inches of screen. And one more thing is that it lacks quality at only 189 pixels per inch. Being a tablet, one of the most quintessential things I would say is the display quality, because everyone's going to be watching movies, everyone's going to be watching TV series and all that stuff. So basically you're buying it for audio visual consumption, right? So in that case, I would say that the display could have been a little bit more better. Now thanks to the good speakers that enrich the audio experience along with the availability of an aftermarket audio cover from Asus that helps boost the audio prowess of the device. Now here's how the tablet sounds. The screen visibility, even in stock sunlight, is pretty decent. You'll be able to easily read text and consume other content, but probably at the maximum brightness. The viewing angles of the tablet are good and it doesn't get darker or change colors even when tilted perpendicular to the line of sight. The top of the tablet has a rather large speaker right next to a 2.0 megapixel front camera with a thin black border surrounding the screen. The back of the tablet looks absolutely upmarket, I would say, with a really nice pattern that accentuates the overall look of the tablet, along with the silver Asus logo. The back of the tablet sports an 8 megapixel shooter that's capable of taking some pretty decent shots, although the tablets were never meant to focus much on the rear cameras anyway. The photos have a really decent level of dynamic contrast, and the Pixel Master technology really comes into play in all this, and it kind of helps with the overall post-processing and gives out really good colors and images and handles the saturation and all that very well. One good thing about having a big screen is that you get to see the images you're going to take on a pretty big scale. The tablet comes with the common Asus camera plugins or modes, if you may, like depth of field, night, panorama, miniature and all that stuff. The overall quality of the camera is probably what you'd get from an 8 megapixel camera, plus the post-processing power of Asus Pixel Master technology and the camera system that makes it up pretty good. The selfie camera, I would say, is also pretty decent and can work out pretty well with ample light and steady hands. The extra face beautification features are also there that comes in almost all Asus phones. Gaming experience on this tablet was pretty good thanks to the Qualcomm Snapdragon MSM 8928 octa-core chip and Adreno 405 GPU. If this thing keeps on going, whatever you throw at it, On a secondary note, there is a little frame drop on the highest resource hungry games. You do feel a bit of jitteriness when the graphics start getting intense. The tablet performed kind of okay on the benchmarks compared to the devices that have the same chipset. Although that doesn't make the graphics game any weaker, it scores a solid 60 frames per second on Dynamok, but only 29,390 on the Antutu. Now, one tip for the performance: the tablet comes with a ton of bloatware, which I've already highlighted. If you don't really use any of the apps, then I would advise you to remove or disable them to make the tablet perform even better. All this put together, the tablet makes for a pretty good buy at 15,000 rupees. The media experience is decent, build quality is good, performance works just great, and overall this thing is a really good takeaway at the price. This thing can really take almost anything you throw at it. And that was my review of the Asus Zenpad 8.0. If you have any questions or if you want to know anything specifically about the device that I did not or could not cover, then you can ask it in the comment section down below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. This is Chronos Tech, and I'll see you in the next one.